Hello, welcome to Module 6, Worked Example Show and Tell by me, Philip J. Burg. Today, we will be continuing our work from last week with the past continuous tense and how dependent clauses factor into the use. We'll also go over some worked examples so you know exactly how to use it. But before we get too far, let's do a quick review of some dependent clauses. Dependent clauses are a group of words that have a subject and a verb, but they do not have a complete thought. It can seem a little bit confusing, so let's take a look at the sample clause, when the phone rang. We have the subject with the word phone, and we have a verb with the word rang. But what in this clause is the complete thought? There is none. When the phone rang, what happened? Did someone answer it? Did no one answer it? There is not a complete thought, so the dependent clause depends on another clause to form a complete sentence. Remember that last week we went over how the past continuous tense discusses an action that started in the past, was an ongoing action, and then also ended in the past, with the emphasis on an ongoing action. When we use dependent clauses, they act as the interrupting action, which basically ends that ongoing action. Still a little confusing? Okay, let's take a look at some sample sentences. Taking the sample sentence we looked at previously, she was walking, let's add the other dependent clause that we were working with, when the phone rang. She was walking emphasizes an ongoing action in the past that started first. When the phone rang acts as the interrupting action. She was walking for a period of time, and then when a quick action, the phone rang, occurred, it interrupted the ongoing action. At this point, we might be asking ourselves, does the order of the clauses matter? Well, no. The dependent clause can come first, or the independent clause can come first. But just remember, if the dependent clause comes first, we must include that ever-important comma in between the two clauses. Okay. Let's try and visualize this concept and see if you can guess which action came first. So let's take another look at that sample sentence. She was walking when the phone rang. Which action happened first? Walking or rang? Take about 5 seconds. Got it? All right, let's take a look. She was walking when the phone rang. So we can see here that the first action was she was walking, and the interrupting action was when the phone rang. Let's take a look at another example with the clauses switched. Okay, which action came first? When he slipped, they were dancing. Take another 5 seconds. When he slipped, they were dancing. You can see here that they were already dancing before he slipped. So they were dancing was the first action. Okay, let's recap what we've learned today. When it comes to the past continuous tense and dependent clauses, we use the past continuous tense for an ongoing action and the dependent clause to express an interrupting action. The order of the clauses does not matter, but remember, if you put a dependent clause in the beginning of a sentence, it must have a comma. Assess your knowledge by scanning the QR code, which will take you to quizzes.com, where a pre-prepared 10-question quiz will be ready for you and will give you immediate feedback upon your completion. Over the next week, try and use a sentence with the past continuous tense and an interrupting action. See you next time.